Did you know that? According to statistics from the National Institute on Aging, up to 38% of people over the age of 60 have difficulty standing up from a chair, and more than 1 in 4 have experienced at least one fall each year. What is surprising is that many of them are already taking daily vitamins, yet they still do not see clear improvement in their bodies. Why is that? The answer lies in a detail that few people pay attention to: the timing and the form of the vitamins. Weak legs are not just caused by aging. It is often because your body is quietly lacking essential nutrients, especially at night, when your cells need to recover after a long day of activity. But the good news is, with just 3 simple vitamins, if taken correctly before bedtime, you can regain leg strength, reduce soreness, prevent cramps, and even sleep better. Please stay with us until the end of today's video. If you are over the age of 60 or caring for an elderly loved one, feel free to share your age and where you are watching from in the comments below. Most people believe that once they turn 60, moving slowly, struggling to stand up, or being prone to falling are just natural signs of aging. But the truth is, age is not the only reason. More and more studies show that the loss of muscle strength in older adults mostly comes from nutritional deficiencies, especially in specific micronutrients directly related to nerve function, muscle repair, and maintaining internal balance. According to Harvard Medical Center, most people over the age of 60 who struggle with movement do not realize that the quiet deficiency of just a few essential vitamins is slowly making their legs weaker day by day. These vitamins do not just provide energy or protect your joints. They play a critical role in sending nerve signals, repairing small muscle fibers, and keeping your legs moving smoothly and responding properly. Have you ever felt tingling or numbness in your legs at night, or noticed your knees trembling when you try to stand up from a chair? You might think that is just a normal part of getting older, but it could actually be an early warning sign of a deficiency in B vitamins or vitamin D3. If this continues, it may lead to poor balance, a higher risk of falling, and eventually affect your ability to walk independently. The issue is, after the age of 60, your body's ability to absorb nutrients drops sharply. Vitamins that were once easily absorbed through a balanced diet now become harder to process, especially if you have digestive issues or are taking long-term medications. And while many seniors have started taking vitamin supplements, they may not see results because they take them at the wrong time or in the wrong form. So the nutrients do not reach where the body needs them most. Nighttime is actually the body's most active recovery period. This is when nerve cells regenerate, muscle tissues repair themselves, and the body's internal systems reset after a full day of movement. If you miss this window of opportunity, or fail to give your body the nutrients it needs before bed, this recovery process gets interrupted. The next day, your legs may feel even weaker than the day before. So if you have ever thought that weak legs are just something you have to accept with age, I hope you will reconsider, because with the right 3 simple vitamins, taken at the right time, your body can start to respond in noticeable ways. And in the next section, I will share with you the first vitamin that plays a key role in restoring the connection between your brain and your legs. 1. Vitamin B12. When people think about leg strength, they often focus on muscles, but few realize that muscles cannot function unless they receive the right signals from the brain. That is where vitamin B12 becomes essential. In your body, B12 acts like a set of cables connecting the control center to your motor system. When these cables wear down, your brain can no longer send timely commands, and your legs may begin to tremble, respond slowly, stumble easily, or go numb at night. After the age of 60, vitamin B12 deficiency becomes more common than ever. According to the National Institutes of Health (NIH), up to 43% of older adults are either deficient or borderline deficient in B12, and most do not even know it. The reason is not just poor diet. As you age, your body produces less stomach acid, which is necessary to absorb B12 from foods like eggs, fish, and meat. You may eat enough, but your body is no longer able to extract nutrients from meals the way it used to. The symptoms of B12 deficiency often appear slowly and quietly. It may begin with numbness or a burning sensation in the soles of your feet. Then come nighttime cramps and a feeling of unsteadiness when standing up. Some people even start dragging their feet when walking without realizing it. These symptoms are often mistaken for Parkinson's disease or nerve damage from diabetes, when, in fact, they may simply be caused by a lack of this one vitamin. In 2017, the journal Neurology published a study of 200 to 500 older adults, showing that those with low B12 levels were nearly 3 times more likely to lose their ability to walk and had a 60% higher risk of falling compared to those with sufficient levels. This is not just a theory. It is a measurable result backed by science. But the most important point is the timing of intake. Our bodies repair the nervous system mostly while we sleep, especially during deep rest. This is when the protective layers of nerve fibers regenerate. If you do not have enough B12 in your blood during this time, the repair process cannot be completed. That is why taking B12 before bedtime helps improve absorption and supports nerve recovery overnight. Not all forms of B12 are the same. The most effective form for older adults is methylcobalamin. Because it is already in its active state, the body can use it right away without needing to convert it in the liver. It is also best to use the sublingual form, which dissolves under the tongue and goes straight into the bloodstream. Avoiding the digestive system that weakens with age, some studies show that just 10 to 14 days of regular use before bedtime can bring clear results. People report reduced leg numbness, better stability, and fewer nighttime cramps. For those who had been using a wheelchair or walking cane, just 6 weeks of proper B12 use helped many regain the ability to walk without assistance. Vitamin B12 is not just a supplement. It is the signal that reawakens the connection between your brain and your legs. And if you feel your legs are losing flexibility, this is where you should begin. 2. Vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 has long been known as the sunshine vitamin for its role in helping the body absorb calcium and support strong bones. But few people realize that after the age of 60, D3 also becomes a key factor in rebuilding muscle, helping reduce leg fatigue, making it easier to stand up, and improving balance. If your legs are feeling weaker over time, even though you eat well, you may be lacking vitamin D3 without knowing it. According to the National Institutes of Health (NIH), up to 70% of older adults in the United States are deficient in D3. The main reasons are that aging skin absorbs less sunlight, and the liver and kidneys become slower at converting D3 into its active form. As a result, the body struggles to produce muscle protein, leading to weaker calves and thighs, and a less stable sense of movement. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism in 2020 showed that older adults with stable blood levels of D3 experienced a 19% increase in leg strength and a 34% reduction in fall risk within just 3 months. These numbers clearly show that the role of D3 goes far beyond bone health. It also directly impacts muscle endurance and balance. However, one common mistake is taking D3 at the wrong time. D3 is a fat-soluble vitamin and is connected to the body's biological clock. It should be taken in the morning, after a light breakfast that includes healthy fats such as boiled eggs, almonds, or whole milk. Taking D3 at night may disrupt sleep in sensitive individuals, because D3 also helps regulate melatonin, a hormone that affects your sleep-wake cycle. As for dosage, the NIH recommends that people over 60 should take between 800 and 2,000 IU of D3 per day, depending on their deficiency level as shown by a blood test. You should never take more than 4,000 IU per day unless instructed by a doctor. Too much D3 can cause calcium buildup in the blood, which may harm your kidneys and heart. In addition to supporting muscles, vitamin D3 also helps reduce silent muscle inflammation. Many older adults often feel soreness in their calves, slight thigh pain, or stiffness after waking up. This can be caused by chronic inflammation at the tissue level. D3 has been shown to reduce pain, improve circulation, and increase muscle flexibility over time. In short, vitamin D3 is not something to take only when there is little sunlight. It is a nutrient that must be taken consistently every day to restore strength from the inside out. If your legs no longer feel the way they used to, or if you feel pain even after light activity, this may be the time to check your D3 levels and start supplementing the right way. 3. Vitamin K2. If vitamin D3 is the key that helps calcium enter the bloodstream, then vitamin K2 is the guide that makes sure calcium goes to the right place, your bones, instead of building up in the wrong areas like joints or blood vessels. What is important to know is that after age 60, your body can easily lose control over calcium distribution. This may lead to weaker bones, stiff joints, tired calves, or a dull ache in the knees, even without much activity. That is when vitamin K2 becomes essential. Unlike vitamin K1, which is found in leafy greens and helps with blood clotting, vitamin K2 belongs to the menaquinone family, especially the MK7 form, which plays a major role in directing calcium throughout the body. According to experts at Maastricht University in the Netherlands, one of the leading research centers on vitamin K2, this vitamin activates proteins called osteocalcin and MGP. These proteins help guide calcium into bones and clean up any excess calcium from blood vessels and soft tissues. If you do not get enough vitamin K2 calcium in your blood, may end up in places it does not belong, leading to hardened arteries, stiff joints, muscle pain, and poor bone strength, even if you are already taking calcium and D3 regularly. Simply put, without K2, vitamin D3 and calcium are like a car without a map. A study published in the journal Nutrients in 2021 tested daily K2 supplements on a group of people over age 65 for 8 weeks. The results showed a 21% increase in quadriceps strength and a 31% improvement in standing balance, especially in those who had stiff legs, knee pain, or dizziness when getting up. This proves that K2 not only supports bone strength, but also clearly improves movement and physical stability. In addition, vitamin K2 helps improve sugar metabolism in the muscles and supports energy storage in the form of glycogen. This is a key factor in helping your legs walk longer distances, climb stairs without fatigue, and avoid feeling drained after a light day. Another study published in the journal Aging and Disease found that people who took K2 had more stable blood sugar levels, which helped reduce inflammation and improve flexibility in the muscles, bones, and joints. However, the problem is that modern diets contain very little K2. In the past, Japanese people ate many fermented foods like natto, which is rich in K2 and had significantly lower rates of osteoporosis and hip fractures in the United States. Most people do not eat enough foods that contain K2. And if you only eat vegetables, you mostly get K1, which cannot replace the unique role of K2. That is why the best approach is to take vitamin K2 in the MK7 form, which is stable, well absorbed, and stays in the blood longer. The recommended dose for older adults is between 100 and 200 micrograms per day. It should be taken with a meal that contains healthy fats, such as a few almonds, low-fat cheese, or half an avocado, to improve absorption. More importantly, vitamin K2 should be taken in the morning or at lunchtime, together with vitamin D3 so the two can work in harmony. If you are already taking D3 regularly but still feel joint pain, cramps, or difficulty standing, there is a high chance you are missing K2, the missing link in your bone and muscle recovery system. In short, K2 does not just help make your bones stronger, it also acts as a catalyst for muscle repair, improves your ability to stand firmly, reduces your risk of falling, and helps you stay independent and mobile for longer. Now that you understand the importance of B12, D3, and K2, you might be wondering, how can I include these 3 vitamins in my daily routine in a simple, easy to remember, and effective way? The good news is, you do not need to change your entire lifestyle. Just a few small adjustments to your morning habits can help your body gradually recover from the inside out. Start with vitamin B12. Choose the sublingual form of methylcobalamin. Because older adults often have poor absorption through the digestive system, this type is easy to take. Simply place it under your tongue for 1 to 2 minutes in the morning before eating. No water is needed. And within a few days, you may start to feel your energy slowly returning. A safe starting dose is 1,000 micrograms per day. After about 2 weeks, you can get tested or adjust the dose as advised by your healthcare provider. Next is vitamin D3. Take it in the morning, right after a light breakfast that includes healthy fats. For example, you can pair it with almond butter, a boiled egg, or a slice of low-fat cheese. Avoid taking D3 in the late afternoon or evening, as it may affect your sleep rhythm. The usual dose is between 800 and 2,000 IU per day, depending on your blood test results. If you live in an area with little sunlight or do not go outside often, consider using the higher end of the range near 2,000 IU. Lastly, vitamin K2 should be taken at the same time as D3 in the morning to help guide calcium to the right places and boost their combined effect. Look for the MK7 form of K2 as it is stable, stays longer in the bloodstream, and is better absorbed. A suitable daily dose for adults is between 100 and 200 micrograms and should not be exceeded unless directed by a doctor. To build a consistent habit, you can place the vitamin bottles next to your toothbrush, water bottle, or morning tea somewhere you will always see them. Many people also set a simple phone reminder at 7 or 8 a.m. with a short note that says, D3 plus K2 after breakfast, B12 before breakfast, in addition to taking the right vitamins at the right time. There are 3 small tips that can greatly improve absorption and recovery. First, drink water regularly throughout the day, not just when you feel thirsty. Muscles need water to absorb vitamins and carry nutrients to tissues. Try setting a small goal: drink 1 glass of water every 90 minutes while awake. Second, eat a light dinner and avoid sugar and starch. An ideal evening meal includes steamed vegetables, boiled eggs, grilled fish, or tofu. These foods help your body rest and prevent low-grade muscle inflammation. Third, and often overlooked, is to gently move your legs every evening before bed. Do a few simple motions like stretching your calves, rotating your ankles, or rising on your toes 10 times. This improves circulation and helps vitamins reach the areas that need healing. By combining these 3 vitamins with 3 simple daily habits, you can not only support stronger legs, but also maintain better energy, deeper sleep, and a more peaceful mood throughout the day. No heavy workouts, no expensive treatments. Just a simple and steady morning routine is enough to restart your body's natural healing system. As you can see, weak legs are not a life sentence of aging, in many cases. They are simply a gentle reminder from your body that it is missing 3 important vitamins. B12 helps connect the brain to the muscles. D3 supports muscle repair and eases discomfort. And K2 directs calcium to the right places. These 3 nutrients, when taken at the right time and in the right way, can reopen the door to recovery for legs that feel worn down by time. You do not need to begin with a major lifestyle change. Just one small action each morning, placing a B12 tablet under your tongue before breakfast. And taking D3 and K2 after a light morning meal can be enough to restart your body's recovery cycle. And if you stay consistent, your body will respond quietly but surely. Fewer cramps, easier movement, and steadier steps. Aging does not mean you must accept fatigue, poor balance, or a life of dependence. Your body, even after decades of wear, is always ready to heal if you give it the right nutrients at the right time. If you found today's content helpful, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss more tips on healthy eating. Gentle movement and natural remedies to support aging well. Are you taking any vitamins daily? Have you noticed any changes since starting? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story might be the encouragement someone else truly needs. Take care of your legs. They are the foundation that carries you forward, allowing you to keep living each day to the fullest.